One second. Okay. The CSS selector. Okay, many ways we can write the CSS selector. Same way, XPath also we are doing many ways, right? Using the attribute or using text, or there is one more we forgot. Normalize space. So normalize space we will use when there are spaces. Sometimes they give the text, there is some space, right? Okay, so to remove the space we will use the normalize space method. Okay, I will show you that sample also. First we will look into this one, CSS selector. So here tag and id, we can write the CSS selector using the tag and id. Okay, for example, here tag we know, right? What is the tag? The element name, right? Tag is like anchor tag, or hyperlink, a, or input, or image, or div, something like that. Plus if they give the id, we'll take that. Look at here, input id equal to email. What will be the CSS selector for this? What is the tag here? Input pound email. Understand? Input pound email, that is the CSS selector for that. Is it clear? This one, tag and id, that is one combination. Next one, tag and class, we will use the dot for that. So in the same example, if there is a class for that, so input dot input text, that is the second option. Okay? That is the second option. See here, input dot input text, that is one. Tag and attribute, let's say here same example, if you take tag and attribute, how we can do? Tag name, input, brackets, attribute equal to value. For example, id equal to email. What is the difference between this one and XPath? XPath we will use at attribute equal to value, and before that double slash. So here we don't need to use the double slash. So now tell me, if you go to the Google home page, we have a text box name equal to q, right? So how we can identify that using the CSS selector? We can identify. Say Google.com. This one, inspect, Control F. Now tell me, let's say for this one, how we can write the CSS selector? We have the ID? No, right? We have the ID.
ID equal to input.
Huh?
No, I think so.
The beginning, tell me how we can write this one. Okay, this is one way. We have the ID. Let's say we are using tag. What is the tag? Input pound. What is ID? Input.
Input.
This is not coming. We don't need to use any double slashes or anything. Okay, for CSS selector. Let's see. Let's do one thing. Okay, input pound input. This one. ID equal to single quote. This is the mistake we are doing. We did not load any page first thing. Okay. Okay. Now tell me how we can do that. Input name equal to the input name equal to understand. So what is this notation we are using? Tag name attribute equal to value. Understand? This is one way we can write the XPath. Sorry, CSS selector. So why we need CSS selector? This is client side. So this is much faster than the XPath. Okay. This is example tag name attribute equal to value. Got it? Name attribute equal to value. Now let's say we have the name equal to Q, right? Do we have class here? Yeah, we have class also. Using the class, how we can write? Tell me. Using the class. Tag name dot class. What is the class here? DLFYT something, right? Right? DLFYM. Let's try this here. Understand now? This one. So this is using the class. Tag dot class name. Okay. What is the other one? Do we have ID here? No, right? If you have ID, we can use the tag name dot ID. Got it? Okay. These are the three ways. Okay, three ways. Let's see what are the other ways we can find. Okay. Okay. This already we know. Okay. So let's say we want to use the tag, class name, and attribute. How we can do that? Same way. Tag dot class, right? If you are going by the class, we will do dot class. Again, attribute equal to value. So how we do that here? Any example here? Tag name dot class attribute equal to value. What is the attribute we have? Name equal to Q. Here instead of class value, okay. Tag name dot class value, name and again attribute equal to its value. Is it clear this one? This is another way we can find the CSS selector. This one, dot class, again attribute equal to its value. Here, So this many ways we can write the XPaths. Do you have any other way? The text. If some element contains some text, okay, we can use the inner text also. Tag colon contains, okay, whatever the text. See what is inner text? Normally text value is there, right? Font. Okay, they give the password. This one, right? So now how we can write? What is the tag for this font? Colon contains, okay, password. Font colon contains password. Understand? So normally we will use for spans and everything. Okay. Let's try this one also. Okay. Now this is the inner test, right? Manual testing. So tell me how we can write the CSS selector for this. Okay, hyperlink A, right? A dot contains A colon, right? Colon contains. What is the inner test? Manual testing. Is wrong here. Manual testing, right? Wrong here. This is not working. Maybe more than one. Okay, that's the issue. So 1 second. Let's take another element. This one is in the text view tutorial library. This one also not working. Check. See the tag name is font. The font colon contains what are the inner text. Same thing we are doing, right? Okay. Here tag name is A colon contains the inner text. This is the inner text. Don't need to use double quotes. Not working. Okay, I will check and let you know. Okay. But remember all these things. Okay. Check. This one is tag name colon contains the inner text. Okay. So I'm sharing this in the group, automation group. Okay. You can also write. Okay. This is about the CSS selectors. Okay. Now tell me what are all the locators we have learned. Nazia, what are the locators to find the element in Selenium? ID,
And text
ID,
path. Sorry. Text path.
uh,
CSS selector.
okay.
And
Sorry. How do you handle the links?
test.
Hmm. Okay. Test
Uh,
partial test name.
yes.
So these many ways, okay, we can identify the elements. We learned all these things, right? So then what is the difference between XPath and CSS selector? What is the difference between XPath and CSS selector? That is the interview question.
This is faster than XPath. CSS selector is faster than XPath.
See, CSS selector. Advantage and disadvantage of CSS selector. Performance is the same or faster compared to XPath. Easier to learn XPath. Easier to use. CSS selector only allows unidirectional flow. Using the CSS selector, we can only traverse from parent to child, but not from the child to parent. See, XPath we can go through siblings, ancestors, everything, right? But here,
Yes.
selector only parent to child we can go. Okay? XPath we can go forward direction or backward direction, right? Ancestors or siblings, following siblings. Advantage. What is advantage here? Performance is better than the XPath. Okay? This is the interview question. Okay. So we are done with the user interactions, interacting with text box and checkbox radio buttons. So can you tell me, like, let's say we have some text in the text box, how we can retrieve that? Bro, we have some text in the text box. We are running the Selenium test script. How we can retrieve that text from the text box? Tell me, anyone. We have learned that already. How we can enter the text? Yeah, how we can enter the text in the text box?
Zero keys.
Some piece of whatever, India or whatever you do, right? How we can retrieve? Say you entered India here. Now in the text box, India is there. Now we want to read that text. How we can do that? Get attribute. Already explained. Get attribute of value. It will give the text of that one. Same way, any attribute value if you want, okay, you can take the get attribute of that attribute name. Let's say for example, max length you want. Okay, it will return the max length value. Like 2040 something like that. Right? Okay. Now, topic is exceptions. Exceptions in Selenium. What is exception mean? Anyone tell me? What is exception? Before this, learn about. Okay, that's fine. We can learn this. Now, what is exception meaning? Anyone? Priyanka, you have attended the manual sessions, right? What is exception? The error, right? Basically, the error in some particular scenario. So, what kind of exceptions you can get in the Selenium? Another interview question they will ask. What are the most frequent exceptions in that? So, first one is no such element found. So, let's say you are trying to find some element in some locator which is not there. So, what error you will get? What error you will get? No such element exception. What is that? This one is the most famous exception in the Selenium. Why we will get this exception? No such element exception. Element is not found. Okay. Basically, let's say you are using some locator ID or name. That ID got changed by the developer. Right? So what will happen to the your test script now? It will throw the exception. No such element exception. Understand? Same way. Timeout exception. This is the most frequent exception. Timeout exception. Thrown when there is not enough time for a command to be executed. Okay. So otherwise, let's say Selenium WebDriver is trying to find some element, but element is not ready. Okay. Let's say it waited for 30 seconds or 60 seconds. It will throw the timeout exception. So how to fix that one timeout exception? So we will call that synchronization. Synchronization. We will call that as a synchronization. Then we will use the red dot sleep. And we need to pass the seconds, milliseconds. Let's say you want to wait for 2 seconds, then we will do 2000 because this time is in the milliseconds. Right? So thread dot sleep that is available under the system namespace. So we need to use using system. Okay. Then under that threading class is there. Threading dot thread dot sleep. Okay. Got it. So frequently we will use this one. So if you are using this one, let's say it will Selenium WebDriver. Simply it will wait for 2 seconds. Let's say anywhere did we use? You see here this one. So we are trying to find out error message. Let's say access mutual fund. That's fine. So verify student name. What is this test case? Here we are calling this. It's a regular method, not test method. Okay, let's make this as test case. This is the test case only. Error message. You understand why it's showing 3 times, 3 test cases? Because here in an unit, this is another annotation, test case. Test case. So if you want to run the same test case multiple times, we will use this annotation. Test case and the value. So here string city. So the city we are passing somewhere, sun keys. First time India, second time Dayton, third time Cleveland. Understand? Third time Cleveland. Okay, it will every time dynamically it will change the value. So here because whatever how many parameters you have, here you need to take the same parameters. Let's say we don't want to pass anything. Okay. If you don't want to pass anything, we will remove all this. Now we should not pass this one. Okay. So public void verify and number error message. So here what is our expectation? Yeah, okay, I got it. So instead of sun keys here, something I am putting India. Yeah. So can anyone explain what this test case is doing? Can get the code. What is line number 124 doing? What is line number 124 doing?
It's navigating to access
Mutualfund.com. Okay. Let's access mutualfund.com. Okay. It's navigating to that. So now next one. After that, what is happening? There is a XPath. First see what is this XPath. Copy. Now go here. Do Control F. No, not Control F. Just go to inspect anywhere in the page. Now do Control F. Control V here. It's finding. What is this element? What is this element? Again, if you put 2, where it is highlighting, which element? Able to see anywhere? Login button. Login button. So, what action we are doing? Driver dot find element by XPath using that XPath, finding the element dot click. So, what this line will do?
It will click on the login
Again, button, right? Click on login button, right? So then what we are doing here, we are waiting 2 seconds. Let's not wait. We will see what will happen. Okay. Then what is next line doing? Driver dot find element by XPath. Okay, we will check this one also. Okay, let's example. Let's say we are clicking on this one. Now right click, inspect. Okay, Control F. Oh, it's not finding anything. Input name and okay. Can anyone tell me? 1 second. Dots and keys in there. Can anyone tell me how to find the XPath for this? We want to find the XPath for this. This text was. Let's do one thing, okay? So now we will run the test case. We will see what will happen. This XPath is not there, right? So now what error we should get? Tell me. One, enter India in number. So what error we will get? So let's say if this element not found, okay, what error we will get? Already we discussed, right? No such element found. Okay. This one. Let's run this. Login button it clicked. Show notifications allow. What happened to test case? Failed. What happened? What error we got? Open
No.
q.dot. No such element exception. No such element. Unable to locate element using XPath and using this one. Understand? Okay. Understand what will happen when the element is not there? No such element exception. This is the most frequently we get this exception in Selenium. Why we get this exception? Selenium WebDriver is not able to locate the element using the locator we are using, right? So now tell me how to write the XPath for this. We need to correct the XPath. Okay. Who wants to try? Priyanka, you want to try the XPath for this? Maja, you want to try the XPath for this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Need to inspect.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this one. Input class native. Tell me. Control F.
Control F.
Hmm.
Double slash.
Slash input, right? And do we have ID or name? Do we have?
No.
Name is there. Pan, right? Yes, no.
Yes, yes.
Now double slash input at
Brackets. It attribute
name equal
name equal
pan.
pan.
Now what is the issue we are facing? It identified, but there are two elements. There are two elements.
Mhm.
So how?
Maybe we need to give via pan. No.
Huh?
Name equal to via pan.
No, 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 no. You are not getting. We are trying to find this element, not this one.
The pan. Okay.
This one only we are writing the XPath. So we need to enter something. For test cases, if you entered any wrong pan number, we should get the error message. Understand? That is our test case. We are automating that. So how to enter something? If you want to enter something, first we need to find this element, right? So if you are going by this, okay, we have more than one element. So how to find this element now? Tell me.
Index.
Index. So how to put the index? One,
Bracket 1.
not one. So there is other way. You put the parenthesis here. Now come back. First it's showing the one. Okay. Now take two. Understand? So by default it will show one, but it's not highlighting this one, right? That is not first element. Now try two. Finding? Yes, two, right? Okay. Name equal to pan. But same thing we are using here. Let's go here. This one. Same thing we are using, right? Get here, paste. For the same. Right? Same, right? Input at name equal to double slash input name equal to, right? Then what is the issue? It's a timing issue. So we will wait for 2 seconds after clicking the login button and try for that element. Okay. So let's run the test case again. So after clicking on the element, I am waiting for 2 seconds. Then we are trying this. Okay. Now let's run the test case. See, now it entered India, right? You understand the timing issue now? Synchronization issue. If you remove the 2 seconds, then it's failing, not even finding the element. Right? Now it entered India. Now, if you enter India, what is happening? What is happening? We are getting the error, right? So now we need to find this error message is coming. So how to find that? Again, we need to inspect this. How we are inspecting? Let's say here we have another error, XPath. See, this XPath is correct or not. Right click, inspect, inspect, Control F, V. Is it finding that one? It's a div text, div inner text, right? So div text equal to please enter a correct pan. You understand? Now I took this element. Now what I need to verify? Tell me. This element exists or not? This error coming or not? So that's the reason what we are doing. Okay. Now I am taking this pan. Let's say error. Okay. Pan error displayed equal to true. Okay. We can. This is a web element. Web element have displayed property also. Displayed equal to true. What is the other way we can verify this? Tell me. Anyone? What is the other way we can verify this one? Web element is there. What is the other way? So if some element is exists or not, how we can check? Previously I explained you. Dot size you can check, right? Dot size. Dot is true. An error. Dot size. Size. What we need to check now? Size not equal to empty. Not equal to size dot empty. What is the meaning of this? Equal to empty means error display. So if this assertion fail anytime, we need to give the assertion failure message. So pan error is not displayed or validation error is not displayed for pan. Then we will get this message. We will get this message anytime when the assertion is failed. Assertion is failed means in this case, if the error is not displayed, then we will get this message. Is it clear? This way also we can check. Now run this. This is other issue. Okay, try this. Failed test case. Let's close this and run again. Okay. We got this fast. Understand? So Do this way, element dot displayed equal to true we can do, or element dot size not equal to empty. Either way you can do it. Is it clear now? Now we automated the test case. If you enter incorrect PAN number, we should get this error message. So what is the positive scenario? Here this is negative scenario. What is the positive scenario here? If you enter correct PAN number, you won't get this error message. That is another test case, right? Understand? If you enter correct PAN number, you won't get this error message. Let's say, for example, let's say you select this via email ID. If you enter correct email ID, you won't get the error message about email ID. But if you enter wrong email, let's say anand@yahoo.com, there is no @ symbol. So what will happen now? Please enter a valid email. Now you guys automate this test case. Understand? First, you need to click on the login button after opening the home page. Then select this. Then enter